So putting in 2 cents worth on this ATV stuff, this has turned into a total freaking nightmare, man. Long story short, if you're getting ready to put a snowplow on an ATV, get a ATV that is designed to have the plow. This Kawasaki brute force, it's Sesame Street up front. Where Kawasaki has half-inch tubing, Yamaha and the Kodiak has 1-inch tubing. So it's 3 times the machine up front, literally. So, and this is the way this ended up going. We took it back. I ended up down there for like 2.5 hours at the dealer yesterday, arguing with them on this shit. They're okay with that U-bolt being smashed up against the engine case there. I told them the first time the operator impacts a crack in a sidewalk or something and it shuts him down, that's going to impact that case and probably break the corner off of it. Oh, no, that's bullshit. That it can't move. Well, in my mind, I'm thinking them little balls. He'd grab one ball and lift it up, let it go. It'd swing down, hit the other 5 balls that are touching each other, so it knocks the one on the other end up, and then it comes back and knocks the other one up. If you've got everything stacked in a line like that and everything's tight, I'll argue it with anybody. When you impact that blade up front, it's going to be just like them balls, man. It's going to impact that case because it's going to shove everything back through there. They're okay with that U-bolt being on the case. That's not an issue, they said so. And then they denied that their U-bolts kinked the frame. It's the subframe. They denied all that, so we ended up going rounds about that for a while. So this is all ending up at a lawyer's tomorrow, man. The contractor's just super pissed. The machine busted within like 20 minutes of having it. And part of it's our operator's fault. He sucked the rope up too far on the winch, and it just broke the rope. There's no stop there or nothing. So he came off a curb and happened to bump the button a little once real quick because he had his thumb over it, and boom, that was it. Shut him down. So then he monkeyed around for a while and got the blade back up with a ratchet strap and retied the rope and stuff. And that lasted like 10 minutes again. The rope broke, boom. It's pulling back just as much as it's pulling up. So the whole system's just not freaking happy, man. Bottom line there. So, and the contractor, well, I went up to Yamaha real quick. I didn't have the time when he bought this to go look at it. He wanted me to, and I just didn't have the time, man. So I went up and looked at the Yamaha Kodiak. The Kodiak frame is twice the frame of the ATV, the Kawasaki brute force. I mean, where Kawasaki has half-inch, Yamaha has 1-inch tubing. So it's right out the gate. It's 3 times beefier and stronger. I've been repairing these ATVs for, I was thinking last night, 30 years now. I've been doing snow removal myself for 24 years. I see what breaks on all this shit every storm. The first 5 years, I just kept my welder in the truck because shit broke so much every goddamn night on these ATVs trying to push snow. So contractor paid 16 grand with the extended warranty out the door. When our guy broke the rope, and they had a little bullshit fair lead up front, no rollers or nothing, just a little aluminum block. But when he broke the rope, the hook on the other end put a little nick in the fair lead. So they cried right away. Kawasaki is our guy pulled the blade up too far, and when it broke the rope, that's what made the fucking subframe dent and all this shit. And we argued for hours. Finally got them to own up to they dented the subframe when they put the U-bolts on. So this is where we ended up at. We already bought the Yamaha. It's literally 3-4 times the machine that the brute force is. The Kodiak is designed from the manufacturer to have a plow on it. The brute force is not designed from the manufacturer to have a plow on it. Yeah, you can add a plow to it, but it's not designed for it. So, and it's literally half-inch tubing versus 1-inch tubing. No bumper versus an 1.5-inch tubing bumper on the Kodiak. It's just a way better built machine. So, and that's what I told the contractor. I said, this Kawasaki, I'm going to be fixing this goddamn thing every freaking storm. And at the end of one season, it's probably going to be junk up front. We're going to have to do some major modification and refabrication to get this thing back to where it should be in the first place. So, so anyhow, contractor offered to buy the lead, the fair lead, because it's got a nick in it, you know. It's $540. They're saying the winch has been damaged now too because he sucked the blade up too far. I don't know how they figured that, but $540 for the winch and the fair lead. Contractor offered to go ahead and buy it. They finally owned up to dent in the subframe with U-bolts, so they offered to replace the whole subframe up front because they fucked it up, bottom line. So I told him, give us a good buyback price, man. I'm not leaving with this thing. We've got a real machine up there. The Kodiak's actually designed for a plow and to work. So I'll come up with the best buyback price I can. So the contractor paid $16,000 with the extended warranty. The machine has 10 hours on it. He offered to buy the fair lead and the winch to replace that. They offered to replace the subframe that they jacked up. The buyback price is $8,000. The machine got used for less than an hour. It broke 20 minutes out, right out the gate. 8 of them hours just sitting on the trailer, just sitting there idling because he had to hand shovel the whole business parking lot because the Kawasaki couldn't pull to the line and get the job done. So now it's lawyer time, and everything's going to, the lawyers first thing Monday morning. So it's putting in 2 cents worth, though. If you're looking to put a plow on an ATV, don't get sucked in like we did. I mean, it's that brute force is not made to have a plow on it. Bottom line, it's going to be nothing but a can of worms. Go up and get that Yamaha Kodiak. That frame's twice the frame of the Kawasaki. It's actually designed from the manufacturer and reinforced where it needs to be reinforced to have a plow on it. So I was looking at it. I can take the winch off down below on the Kodiak and put it right up top on the rack. It's that beefy. I don't have to do nothing to it. That's what I told the contractor. So this Kawasaki, I'm going to have to take this upper rack off up front, get some more support legs to come up off the frame, do a bunch of kickers and gussets to support the frame all up so it'll hold the winch up top in the first place. Kodiak already did all that. I don't have to do nothing. Picked it up, we already bought it, and drive it and put it to work, man. So 2 cents worth, man. If you're buying an ATV, make sure you get one that's designed for a plow in the first place, or you're going to have a nightmare. I don't know, I've rebuilt 6 of these for people through the years because they're just not made for that. So when I seen the Kodiak was actually beefed up and designed for the plow, that's what you want if you're going to get a plow on something. And after their little buyback scheme there, $8,000 because the machine's got 10 hours on it, and we bought the parts to replace that were damaged. That's bullshit, man. That'd be like going down to the Chevy dealer and dropping $70,000 for a truck and driving it for a day and decide you don't like it and you take it back and the dealer offers you, we won't give you $35,000 for it back. I know you only had it a day. Whatever, man. So just putting in some input, save yourself some headaches, save yourself some money, save yourself some grief. Don't buy the brute force for a plow. It's not designed for the plow. Go get the Yamaha Kodiak and you will be thousands of dollars ahead in maintenance, not to mention missed work and everything else that you'll end up missing with the Kawasaki. So everybody be safe.